I read every single comment that you guys leave, and today I'm listening to your advice that you left me. We got a new trunk emblem getting installed. We're finally getting that Cpillar replaced. Can a clay bar take brake stains off of wheels? Will this exhaust tip polish up? And we are finally getting this cracked and dried windshield cowl out of here.
You guys probably thought we were done on this car. I did too, but I've decided to keep tinkering on it until someone buys it. I'm trying to get this staining off of these wheels. One of you guys had said try a clay bar, so today we're gonna give that a shot. All right, let's test this real problem area down here, this little crack. Holy cow. Look at that. It's gone. Let's try this stuff right here. I can't believe it, how well this clay bar works. That is so impressive. And it's really not that difficult to do. It just takes light pressure and the clay bar does all the work. Holy cow. What an amazing difference. Well guys, I am blown away by how well this clay bar works. I gotta go back into the comments and give whoever recommended this some kudos, because this is just working so well. Well, they're not perfect, but they're definitely a whole lot better than they were before. Dokta Mokta, appreciate the shout out. If you could catch the brake dust on video, then they needed to get addressed, but boy, they're looking way better already. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Definitely gonna add to the curb appeal of this bad girl. Now, before we call it a day, let's see what we can do about this exhaust, huh? I've never polished an exhaust before, so this is gonna be a first. I got some Quad Zero steel wool. I picked up some Blue Magic metal polish cream as well. Directions on here say to just use a terry cloth, so I think that's what I'm gonna do originally. Should have done this while the exhaust was dropped down. It off real quick just to get a sneak peek. But it's looking better already. Cool. I think we should be good with just polishing a rag, so I'm gonna dab a little bit more on, give her some further scrubbing. Ooh! Oh my goodness. This stuff burns the nose. Well, shoot. That sure did work. It's not perfect, but we're after progress, not perfection over here in the Day Off DIY garage. Just trying to make things better than what they were before. No car's ever going to be perfect. And honestly, if you chase perfection in the automotive industry, you're going to just give yourself a hard time. You're just going to create your own grief, because nothing's perfect on cars. Not even cars from the factory. That's a hell of a lot nicer than it was before. And so I'd call that a win. That looks smoked. That looks nice and cherry. I'm gonna go take this pup to the beach. She's never been on the sand before. And we finally got a break in the rain, so I think we'll get out and enjoy some sunshine. It's a new day and a new job, and today we are getting this windshield cowl removed and getting it replaced with a brand new unit. So let's get cracking and get this thing out of here. She's a little dirty right now. Family came into town, so I let them borrow this for getting around. Performed beautifully. So these wiper arms have to come off to get the cowl out, so I like to just take a crayon and mark on the glass where the wiper arms sit. That way I know where to put them back to when I reinstall. Now we can pop these covers. $15mm nuts. Little bit of lube. Let's give her some taps. She's coming out.
Couple hits with the brass punch and I was able to get this collar loosened up. So this spline piece drops down into the wiper arm, and then this hex mates up with the hex on the wiper motor. We got the wiper arms off, we're pretty much good to go. There's a series of plastic clips that run underneath, so I'm going to get a panel popper and we'll just start working our way down. Might just try to pop these by hand. There she is. Easy peasy. Lots of debris settled in there from over time. Some old chips, pine needles, and then you can see there's some plastic connectors on the back side of the cowl that broke, so we'll have to get those removed from the body real quick. Also, here's a look at the old cowl. Heavily weathered, heavily chipped, really bad shape. And then I'll show you how they fasten. Right. There, one's missing, this one broke. And then they fasten to the vehicle just with these little push pins. What up, Sage? Love these tools. A little bit of simple green, get this cleaned up. We got parts. Woo! That's genuine BMW, folks. I'm gonna put some gummy fledger on these seals just to help keep them nice and hydrated for the future. I'm going to wipe her down before with some ceramic trim shine as well. I think that ceramic property may help block UV rays in the future. So shout out to Stoner, gotta love them. Before I install, I'm taking some rubbing alcohol, isopropyl alcohol like 90%, and I'm just cleaning this seam right on the bottom of the glass because you're never going to be able to touch it again once you install this cowl. Just simply push down till they pop in. That's it. I kind of like to work down, make sure that the next push pins are lined up, and then go to those. That's it, folks. All the push pins are in. We just need to get the wiper arms back on. Wiper arm, then our splines. Torque spec on this is 30 Newton meters. I like where it's at. We're just going to crank this down. We're going to finish off the glass with some Stoner ceramic glass cleaner and rain repellent. I got to tell you, I put this on last time I cleaned the car and I was driving in some rain this last week. I didn't even run the wipers. Water hits, beads right up the windshield as long as you're going fast enough. So real happy with the product. If you guys are interested, use code DAYOFF15 on Stoner's website. Grab yourself 15% off. Here is our end result. New cowl is looking great. Really gave a nice upgrade to the front end of this car when you're looking at it up close. And here's another example of this old junky, cracked, peeling garbage. Alright, one of the last things I want to get done today is getting this old roundel out of here. This thing is old and tired and needs refreshing. It's peeling, it looks like garbage. Trying to do some of these little detail things that don't take too much tear down before I get this thing sold. You can get an actual metal screwdriver in there. Just use something plastic on the backing so you don't leave her against the paint. There she goes. Now, unlike me, you really ought to replace these rubber grommets. They get tired and they dry out. I forgot to order them up. I ordered this roundel off eBay just to keep things easy. It was like 10 bucks. I'm gonna clean her up with some ceramic detailer real quick, just to get the dirt debris off from behind it. God, that stuff smells so good. Well done. And of course, you guys know me, always a little bit of wet silicone anytime I'm putting in push pins. I guess we could take this tape off. Real nice upgrade in the rear end with that new roundel. Happy about that. We've got mail. We got a new Cpillar, guys. It's not perfect. It's definitely got some lifting on the upholstery, but the light is complete. All the clips are there, and it was cheap enough, so let's get this thing slapped in the car, huh? All right, light works. Well, for what we got left on her, I need to give her a wash because I did use it quite a bit when the family was in town this last week. I do want to get it aligned. It's a little twitchy when you have the steering wheel in center and you're doing 70 or 80. It's just a little sensitive, so I think the toe might be out. So I'm going to try to get it sent in for a 4-wheel alignment this next week. The huge supporter of the channel, Andrew, sent me out a seat controller for the driver's side. This button attaches to this plastic bit right here, and that's what broke on the other car. So I'm going to either get this seat controller swapped over or figure out how to get that replaced. I'll also be doing some rear brakes in the next couple days. My buddy Josh wants to learn how to do brakes, so I'm going to show him. But we got a brand new brake set from FCP Euro to throw on the car. We're also going to be doing a little bit of diag on this seat as well. It felt like the motor was skipping when I was sitting down and racking the seat backwards, so we might fold this forward in the next couple days and see what's going on inside there. Other than that, she's really cherry, folks. We're just doing some tiny little tidbits while I got the time. I figured you guys would enjoy the content, and I might as well finish up some fine-tuning items that I've been wanting to get to. She's been driving great. I had the family driving it this weekend, and they were so impressed. Grandma was really happy with the interior, cruising in the back seat, so that's definitely a win. She's still listed. I've been getting quite a bit of interest for it, listed locally at $7K. My new friend Josh is actually interested in the car for his son up in Portland. So that might be in the works this week. I'm going to get the brakes done on her, and I assume she'll probably be sold in the next week or two. Also, yesterday we hit 7,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate everybody that's out there watching and subscribing. Couldn't do it without you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, or I hope you learned something new. And as always, folks, I will see you on my next day off.